Reddit, what's the worst thing you ever found out from a game of truth or dare? This asshole I knew regularly jacks off in the pool I swim in every day. Good for the skin. That if a room full of girls asks how big your dick is, you're pretty stupid to not take the invitation. I was pretty stupid. As a grower, I would not accept the invitation. Really small when flaccid, but when I get hard it's like dead on 5 inches. Every girl in the room all get MS simultaneously. That I was the only one serious about streaking. Everyone freaked out. You need cooler friends. Streaking is fun and there's definitely an expiration date in your life as to when you get away with it. I found out that my younger brother was willing to do anything to impress my friends. He was a freshman while I was a junior. The dare that confirmed that was when he had to plop his balls onto a friend's head. He was dubbed Potato Sack after that. That I was the other woman. Not in truth or dare, but a game of never have I ever. The question was about whether or not you've ever been involved in an affair. I said I hadn't. And my boyfriend at the time announced in front of everyone, "Yeah, you have." 2 years ago when we broke up and got back together while I was with Carolyn. That was news to me. I remember her calling him a lot for weeks after we got back together. But he never answered and called her psycho. Ugh. That teabagging a sleeping person will result in them waking up and punching you in the ballsack. That I could scratch a mate's balls over the jeans with a completely straight face while everyone else looked super uncomfortable. If you don't want to see it, don't dare someone to do it. We played it at a family gathering once. It was my mom's turn. And being elderly, she opted for a truth for fear of her dare being physically rigorous. I laughed and said, "Okay. Tell us a truth." She responded, "You were a late-term abortion that survived." We don't play truth or dare at family gatherings anymore. That everybody at that moment had pissed in the pool except for me. I learned the trick is not to do it while standing outside the pool. That my friend had randomly decided to wear my underwear one day, had sex in them with another man, and had calmly returned and folded them into a pile of my clean underwear. When I asked him which ones, he asked me why I cared. I did a lot of laundry that night. That my friend's father would upside down titty FCK me like a bitch if he ever found out who I was. The dare was to prank call my friend's stepdad. That everybody I know takes longer than open heart surgery to come up with an idea. This game almost always ends in a confession that makes everyone uncomfortable. I'd suggest never playing this game with loaded questions. A very good friend of mine confessed he didn't think his dad was his natural father. This goes back to being teenagers and being drunk when playing. Well, everyone kinda clicked when he said it. He had a oval shaped head. Skinny guy with blonde hair. His dad and younger brother were stocky and had a round face and freckles. It was obvious. Just something you don't think about being 16-17. He went on talking about how his dad never really accepted him. And how he did things for his dad over the years to make him worthy in his eyes. But never got treated the same as his younger brother. Was really sad. I guess at some point people need to get shitty off their chest. But this game starts as fun and normally doesn't end well. That one of my friends has masturbated in the university's computer lab. The university's computer lab is like my cum dumpster. When the girl I had been dating for over a month, when asked the last time she had sex, responded, "A week and a half. Her and I hadn't slept together yet." How smooth my legs are when they are shaved. Super confused until I realized you are a guy. That my sister was adopted. When asked, one girl happily said, "Yes, my boyfriend and I videotaped us having sex and uploaded it to the internet." You guys should learn paranoia. A drinking game. You sit in a circle and it starts with someone whispering a question to the person to their left or right. Whatever. The question should basically require the answer were to pick someone in the room as the answer. Such as who in the room is most likely to become a success, comma. Who in the room would make the worst parent? Or who in the room would you sleep with if you had to? Etc. They give their answer to the group. Whoever got named as the answer has to drink to hear what the question was. If they don't, everyone else can drink to find out the question. Basically it always ends up with someone outraged, upset that someone would give their name as the answer to something negative. It's fun. Edit. Thanks very much to whoever gave me gold. It is greatly appreciated. That my girlfriend was cheating on me. If you dared her to. That my obese roommate had a Prince Albert piercing. Yep. He showed us. And he had to pull back a few rolls for us to see it. I found out the girl I liked didn't want to kiss me. I was 9. But it stung. Well. I found out from a game of Truth or Dare a girl I truly had no romantic interest in was super into me. The air of expectation after that came out for me to do something or make a move was very disturbing for me. In the end, I didn't do anything. Her friends asked what was up. And I told them the truth and I broke her heart. I felt bad. But shitty. We played the kind where everyone says the truth or everyone does a dare. The question was, have you ever been pregnant or gotten someone pregnant? We were 14. One of the guys in our group had gotten his girlfriend pregnant earlier that year. They had an abortion. The girl I had just played football with earlier that day had been forcefully arped and impregnated by a 19-year-old when she was 13. She was going to go through with the pregnancy, but had a miscarriage when she was 5 months along. Another girl said, "I've never been pregnant. But I was arped too." The group wasn't that big. We just started talking after that. We had only just met each other. But that night we became very, very close. Sincerely. The Breakfast Club. Or, dude. During a game of Never Have I Ever, I found out my boyfriend, at the time, had let a dog lick his genitals on more than one occasion. Until now. I had suppressed that memory. It was during a drunken game of Kings. And my girlfriend at the time revealed that she masturbated to the thought of my best friend F-king her frequently. I overheard it while learning her favorite song on guitar in my bedroom. I was pretty wasted, so it was taking a while to figure out the chords. But once I heard that shit, I locked my door and drank myself to sleep. Edit. I'm not trying to be the masturbation police or anything. I know all bets are off when it comes to sexual fantasies. It was just a bummer to overhear my girlfriend say something like that. Especially in front of our friends. Girl takes the truth portion moth F-king seriously. That being dared to pee on your friend and actually doing it ruins your friendship with them. Were you the one to pee on Steve? Yes. Ice cubes do fit inside middle school vaginas. I'm a male and I had to go into Victoria's Secret, pick up a bra, and ask if they had one in men's size. I have done the same thing. I asked for a matching bra and panty set. They showed me one and I looked at it. Seems a bit small. May I try these on? Sir. I have to ask you to leave to store. Edit. Since so many people seem to be riled up about that, they could probably tell I was F-king with them. I'm sure they sell to cross-dressers every now and then and could tell I was just being an ass. A friend of mine was playing with some friends. I was there but not participating, and we found out her boyfriend at the time had been in a threesome. The people involved? Him, his dad and his mom's best friend. Worst thing I revealed is that I once masturbated to the sex scene in Team America. World Police. And now you all know. On a summer abroad trip in college, we played a game of Kings one night. The weird girl drew whatever card indicated truth. And it was my turn to ask. At what age did you lose your virginity? 6. The game was over. I found out one of my cousins used to watch and pet me in my sleep, dreaming for some kind of eventual romantic relationship. On top of all this, there were a number of creepy little things she liked to do as I slumbered blissfully away. The worst part is after someone jokingly mentioned the idea of cousins having a relationship in Japan being a socially acceptable thing. She legitimately asked, "Will you move to Japan with me? Le cousins dangerooks." If this thread is any indication of the shitty people will disclose in a game of truth or dare, law enforcement could easily replace all of their interrogation techniques with it. That the girl I had a crush on wasn't into guys. The worst part. I was gonna ask her out that day. That Sarah didn't want to touch my dick. Haven't actually learned anything bad from truth or dare. So I'll share best. Hottest girl we were playing with got dared to kiss the hottest guy playing. And she kissed me. Major confidence boost for a high school kid with self-image problems. That nobody wants to kiss me. Someday, my friend. Someday. I've run Tordle.com, Truth or Dare online, for about 10 years now. So I've been indirectly horrified by thousands of terrible things from all of you. Seriously. Though. There are lots of really dark things that people like to admit: betrayal, abuse, regret, crimes, and worse. I've posted this before. But I think many of us are just looking for an outlet for our secrets. And Truth or Dare provides a socially acceptable conduit. And people are pretty freaky given the chance. Late to the game. But the guy I was interested in admitted he forced his little brother to suck his dick, 13 and 8 respectively, and that he enjoyed it. I changed my mind about him very quickly. Edit for clarity. My best truth or dare question ever. What's something you've never told another living soul combined with alcohol? They're a lot older now. So I doubt it repeated itself. That guy and I dated for a few years before he threw my head through my driver's side window. He was batshit crazy. That the girl I was dating at the time had been up-head a year prior by a guy who happened to be in another room at that same party. My best friend was gay. It was a surprise at first, but in the end, we actually became closer friends. Edit. I'm not gay. I accepted that he was and we became better friends. Not in a homozel way. Also, it wasn't the worst thing but the most significant. I didn't really think about that part. I found out that my 12-year-old self was a PSSY when he got in the closet with a pretty girl with boobs. That it's a bad idea to stick your penis to a streetlight in a Minnesota winter. That my shy and studious best friend of the time had been involved in performance sex sessions during which she was triple penetrated whilst dressed as a French maid. Yep. My gay best friend wouldn't do me if he was straight. Well, I mean, to be fair, he's gay. So I don't think he has the best taste in women. I'm sure lots of people want to put their penis in you. That I was the only person in the room who had any actual loyalty to their girlfriend and hadn't slept around while with her. Playing it by yourself can be awkward. It's when you still learn things that surprise you that you need to start being worried. That everyone lies. And that game is stupid. I think you won Truth or Dare. An acquaintance of mine has a penis roughly the size of a baby carrot. That she tried to poison her grandfather with bleach after he molested her when she was really young, and that she sold pictures of herself in a schoolgirl outfit to a stranger on Craigslist when she was 13. I like Truth or Dare still. Bonus horror. I found those said pictures on 4chan by pure luck along with hundreds more of her that she had given to a guy. She held onto those pictures for 4 years and gives to her boyfriends. Edit. Lots of people wanna see the pictures. Why? Asterisk. Also, I wasn't looking for CP. Sickus. I was browsing B and I saw a thread that had a bunch of her pics in it. Some dumbass just dumped a bunch of her pics. Edit 2. I said it was pure luck out of sarcasm. She was my girlfriend at the time and I found out, and thank God I found out when I did. I'm not saying I was lucky to find child PRN. What the hell type of questions were people asking? Tina. He asked if you had a crush on anyone in your class. My ex-girlfriend ate an ant and then kissed me. I do not lead an exciting life. My friends are boring and no one but me ever wants to play spin the bottle. I almost got to have a threesome whilst playing Truth or Dare, but passed out. It was New Year's 2001. Had two girls making out with me and each other on my bed in a hotel room during a game of Todd. Next thing I know, I am waking up. I was so crushed that I passed out. They both confirmed it would have happened. Still haven't gotten another chance since then. Open bracket. I guess I found out that sometimes getting super drunk should not be top priority. I found that out, but still haven't learned. Found out a friend of mine tried out an L for the first time in my mum's bed while my mum and I, were away. My mum was awfully confused how her duvet disappeared. Now I know that I don't really like people. It did not take a game of Truth and Dare for me to find that out. One of my best friends frequently masturbated to my girlfriend whilst me and her were together. He was my bro, so I took it lightly. Edit. Okay, you guys have made me realize this isn't such a bad thing. I'm more proud than anything now. My time to shine. I found out the girl I just started dating had been in a foursome with some 40-year-olds. And she was 20 years old at the time. I thought that it was pretty intense, and this girl is far more experienced than I had previously been led to believe. It wasn't a deal breaker, but it was shocking because I assumed she was rather innocent. That my mom wasn't drunk when we slept together. What? Boy I liked put his dick in my vacuum. Then and the girl I liked. That my best friend frequently tossed him girlfriend's salad. I found out a guy I'd been dating slept with a skankiest girl at my school. He went to a different school. I had no idea he even knew her. I guess they met through the same mutual friend he and I met through. Ick. We were only 16 at the time. But she'd already been with 15 guys or so. She always relayed her weekend sex stories to us on Mondays. She partied at a local college and claimed to have blown at least 5 guys in one weekend. I personally knew 3 guys she'd slept with already. And she'd been with other guys at our school who she dated. He and I did not have sex. Ever. Removed. That my 14-year-old self was terrified of girls. Was at a party when I was 15 years old or so. I've been told more than twice I'm a handsome fella. And this girl dared me to kiss her friend, still no f***ing clue who these folks were. So whatever. I go in. This girl smiles. And she has Megatron mouth. Braces and machinery f***ing everywhere. All whirring and buzzing and clanking and shitty. I was too late. The infernal machine that was her mouth moved in to deliver the deed. She then proceeded to maul my more so bad and so hard you'd think someone attacked me about the head and shoulders with an upholstery hammer. The wounds were shallow. But many. I found out that was her first kiss. Never again did I swoop into a clutch meth again for any reason. How the FCK does that come up in Truth or Dare? That the worst sexual experience of the girl I was seeing at the time ever had was puking while sucking my friend's dick. Then they started laughing and were all like, actually, it was pretty good still. She grinned at me while saying that. I was real into that girl. Still am. And it put quite the damper on my night. That licking syrup out of my crush's belly button makes her cry. And her boyfriend console her with his penis in the next room. That my friend was ARPed as a child. Not Truth or Dare. But I never. It was during a game of King's Cup. So we would have everyone hold up 5 fingers and put one down for each thing they had done. The first person to put all 5 fingers down has to drink. It was pretty far in the game, so people were getting bored and wanted to end it and used things to get people out easier. A girl said something along the lines of I've never had sex with a girl, and all the boys put down a finger. Then one of the guys said I've never sucked a dick, and all the girls put a finger down. At that moment, I saw my then boyfriend sneak his hand under the table and put a finger down. Needless to say, we had a little talk about his sexuality that night. I learned that the people I was playing with thought I was gross. I know this because I was involved in just about all the dares. I dare you to kiss Hellspark08 on the cheek. Oh man. Banned bus memories. Found out that my fiancé wanted to marry me. Oh wait, that was awesome. Never pick truth. No one cares. That's exactly why you always pick truth. That apparently I look great as a girl. Edit. Also, that as a male I am apparently great at giving blowjobs. Not truth or dare, but never have I ever. My friend's dad admitted to giving another man oral sex. He said it was the 60s. Like the temperature really matters. My dad is not my dad. And my mum has done anal. That a girl I used to hang out with all the time only showered every 2 weeks. The last time I took a shower this week was on Sunday. I'm wearing the same clothes too. All the clothes. I'm going to take one tomorrow though. Summer vacation.